gone and done it now. I'm having the car from me, he'll have to give me the keys. Who'd have thought a son of mine could be so...
You may ask, seeing as it wasn't... Well, it was here that it happened. Just at the crossroads. When I marked up the chalk, as if that was needed. I wrote this down for good.
It's about time he learned to sense responsibility. Was that too good, or was that everything he wanted?
All right, but there's no need to go getting yourself worked up.
Worked up? Just suppose...
I know it doesn't bear thinking about. You're grounded, Jonathan! No more driving around at speed for you.
Closed by the roadside. Place for a death. Except the death hasn't happened yet. A year ago tonight, it was raining then, but cold. It was really cold. I wasn't here, of course, when my brother was mowed down by it, but I can imagine it. Oh yes, time and time again. So I bring these flowers for a death that hasn't yet happened. A death dropped in the ruin of a life. A death I almost want to happen. Oh, by God. They say it's wrong to want revenge. No? The driver stopped to look round and then just drove off. Drove away as if...
You'll end up killing yourself, Jonathan, or somebody else.
It's for your own good, dear. Really.
Yeah. You'll just have to learn to do it without a car for a few months. Got it?
I heard the first time. For God's sake, it's only epoxy speed fine.
100 miles an hour! You were doing 100 miles an hour, Jonathan!
On an empty road.
On the bypass!
The driver didn't even stop to see what...
That's not true.
If only I could have got my hands on him, I'd... They say it's wrong to want revenge. What do they know? They've never been what I go through every single day of my life.
That's not true.
Every day. Imagine it's for me. Lots of pollute the mind. I want to be able to wash my mind clean, but there's only one thing that will do that. Revenge. And who dares to say that I am wrong?
Yeah, this is the place. Where the Sutton Main Road crosses the Skedley Road, just by the lights. Oh no, not the bypass. Not the speeding. I could do tons south than the bypass. No, it was here.
Damn fool, won't ever learn, won't be told.
No, it was here at the lights. They were on green. I was only doing. I was a driver, you see.
Bastard.
It had been raining, but the rain had stopped. There was misty in patches, and cold, very cold. White scarves of breath. An important detail that you could see their breath. Well, as you can see, this time of night there's no one about.
Well, it isn't Las Vegas, is it?
If there had been some people about, if the chip had still been open, if there had just been some witnesses, but not this time of night.
As I said, it's not Las Vegas.
Every day, I run it through my mind and find myself on the most awful thoughts. They eat like acid into my brain.
The lights were on green, and I braked. That was never disputed in court. The skid marks were clear on the road and off it.
And then it just drove away, leaving my brother.
I did stop! But then,
If only I could have got my hands on him.
you noticed how they always say drunk driver?
Drunk driver in his and run accident at local black spots.
The bastard.
There are no degrees as far as the press is concerned. Of a limit and you're a drunk driver. We've had one too many or a bloody barrel full.
Oh, we stopped, all right. I had no choice. Then drove on. Saw it all. Of course, nobody.
Yes, I had a drink. Of the limit, but not drunk for God's sake. I was in control. Reaction still sharp. Even though I'd been to a party.
You're going to be standing there multiple night because you've got no wheels. Here, grab a Karen. Let yourself go. It's a party for Christ's sakes.
I have got wheels.
How come?
Borrow my mum's car.
Does she know?
Tush yell.
If your dad finds out.
They've gone out for the night. I'll be back before then.
What is it?
What's what?
Your mum's car.
Off Fiesta. Shopping bag on wheels. Or carrying a sewing machine. I don't think she's ever had it above 50.
You've been an airing then.
It's no point. I've got to be back soon anyway. It's like a current curfew.
No boy, no rub on the bypass then.
No chance.
So, what's it matter? Come on. Lighten up.
Yes, chill out, man.
I've got the fine and penalty hanging over me.
Come on, let's get dancing. Sweat the booze out of you. You'll be stone cold sober by the time you hit the road.
Hit the road.
Grab a can.
Chill out, man.
Over the limit, but not drunk. Anyway, drink had nothing to do with it. You see, I couldn't have stopped in time. No one could, because
A drunk driver and you just drove off.
Did stop. Had no choice. I was halfway up the road onto the grass verge, and the car was damaged for Christ's sake. I could not stop.
I watched. I saw.
I got out. I can still remember the grip of the coal night air. I gulped it down, trying not to panic. Christ, I was in deep trouble. I didn't think of that. I just stared at him, the one I'd hit. A shapeless heap on the road, not moving, but there was another. He came towards me, slowly, threatening like, coming for me. He knew I knew what he'd done and he was coming for me now. Panicked. Yeah, got in the car and drove off. To get away. I had to get away from that place. From him. He stood and watched. Black silhouette in the rear window. Oh my God.
He might have got away with living in his car, but the fallen pitched his mother's car. It would have been done for speeding over 100 miles an hour on the bypass. That's the kind of stupid bastard he was. And in any case, that was a phone call. I missed your phone call.
The fool, the damn fool. I've done what I could.
You've been warned, Jonathan. I've no sympathy for you now.
It wasn't like that. You don't understand. They wouldn't listen. Nobody'd listen. I was all too easy to make me the scapegoat.
Scapegoat?
I was going to shoot case. I could tell by the way the jury looked at me.
Just admit it, Jonathan. Tell the truth.
Always a stranger to the truth, and he won't listen, never has. He's got to be right, and the world wrong. Well, I'm going to tell you this, Jonathan. I've washed my hands of you. You are no son of mine.
As your barrister, I have to advise you that you won't help your case by persisting with that story.
The jury felt I was doing a public service by finding me guilty. Then I couldn't say what really happened, could I? You see,
Watch out now.
I'm not interested in any excuses. Yeah, well, that's your problem, Danny. That's what I said. You just make sure you're there, that's all. Yeah, Danny, as I said, yeah. You just be there and alone. Got it? Wank.
there were two of them, just standing at the curbside. On my life, I swear it.
Oh, he can't put some cock and ball story. Lying through his teeth. Now it's some rigmarole about it being on a man, desperate to get himself off the hook.
Daddy! Daddy! Oh, all right, don't speak then.
Two of them, side by side at the crossing, and one of them jumped. Yeah, jumped. One in front of the car. And I said it's daft, as if they were playing chicken. Yeah, that's what they're doing, playing chicken. It's a craze. Teenagers high on vodka and tablets. They play chicken out from the pubs and clubs, daring each other. He jumped. I stood no chance. No one would have.
Then there was a girl who made the 999 call. She was no threat. Nothing was happening there at the end.
Oh, all right, don't speak then.
Who would believe me? Would I believe someone else in the same circumstances? Probably not.
The prosecution soon tore that story to shreds.
Now, let me get this straight. You're trying to tell this court that there were two people standing together at the crossroads that night.
Yes, I am.
You are absolutely sure.
Yeah.
Two of them. And after the accident, the other just disappeared.
No, he didn't disappear. He just walked away.
After his companion, and we must assume they were companions, standing together at a deserted curbside at 1 o'clock in the morning. After his companion had supposedly jumped in front of your speeding car.
I went fast to get through the lights. They're on green.
So you keep on saying. But after his companion had supposedly jumped in front of your car, this mysterious second person just walked away.
Yeah.
And why do you suppose he did that?
I don't know. Perhaps he was frightened.
Oh, it was a he then. You do remember that.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, you think so? Tell us. What age was this he?
I couldn't tell.
Let me try and aid your memory. Was he an old man?
No, not an old man.
Why not?
He seemed young, the way he stood, the set of him.
The set of him.
Yeah, the way he moved.
You mean the way he walked?
Yeah.
Well, isn't this all rather wonderful? I mean, you notice the set of him, the way he stood, the way he walked. All of this you observed. But you weren't able to avoid your victim.
No, you're twisting things round. I noticed all this after the accident.
But you noticed something more.
No,
Not a single feature of his face.
no, I've already told you. If I hadn't say so, wouldn't I?
I have no idea what you say that you saw or imagined you saw. But let us get back to this alleged walking away. Hardly the action of a man that was frightened or shocked, as we must surmise him to be. I mean, a frightened man would just walk away now, would he?
Well, I don't know.
Well, it's likely.
He was a young man. He just walked away. I couldn't see anything else. It was dark.
There were streetlights.
And I...
You were speeding.
I admitted that.
Speeding and under the influence of drink.
I wasn't drunk!
Go! Just sober enough to drive off. Alice enough, you invented a cock and bull story while you left a young man with horrendous injuries in the middle of the road, which you had cause to simply...
If he'd have just told the truth, I'd have stood by him. But no, he'd had to go alive through the bitter end. Well, I've wiped my hands of him. He's no son of mine.
Oh, Jonathan, why? Why?
It wasn't like that. You don't understand.
That young man, it's the only point I can agree with you. I don't understand. I could do it and then try and lie your way out of it. No, I don't understand it at all.
He jumped in front of the car. No one could have stopped. And somewhere, there is a witness. The woman who made the 999 call. She must have seen him. Wasn't she in court to give evidence?
No further questions?
The driver repeatedly claimed in court that the victim deliberately stepped in front of the car.
Jumped, not stepped.
He was doing well over 60 miles an hour.
It's the truth.
Claims of a mystery witness was ridiculed by the prosecution.
I've waited long enough, Danny. Suit yourself then.
But then the prosecution was right. I'd lied. I told only half the truth. Because you see, the whole truth was even less believable. You see...
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What? No. Yeah, sure thing, no probs. Yeah, of course I do. I deliver, I collect, that's what it is. Danny, God, don't make me laugh. All he needs is...
He was doing well over 60 miles an hour.
I stopped at Chippy's. It's back from the crossroads. It's closed by then. There was light on his side. The smell of warm grease and curry sauce hung in the air. The man clearing up came out to do the shutters. I moved on. I didn't want to see me hanging around alone that time of night. Danny said he'd see me after my shift had finished. Of course, he would late. When did Danny ever turn up on time? For any girl. But I'd waited a lifetime for Danny to have felt about him then. And he knew it. How I was a daft cow. But Danny did turn up, and I soon realised it wasn't me he was expecting to meet. He'd completely forgotten about me. I took him by surprise when I stepped out of the doorway and said, "Hello, Danny.
Christ, Lucy, what are you?
You arranged for me to room back
Oh.
half an hour ago.
Of course, I got tired of it.
I thought he came late to string me along, but no, what's more, didn't want me there. Made it quite plain. We rode. I went, left him to it. What did I care? But I did see, care, did look back. Go on, who was he going to meet at that time of night? Not enough girl. No one would be that stupid.
Christ, you must have fancied me hanging around at that time when I had to get rid of her and showed up. So I grabbed her by the wrist and dragged her to the crossroads and said,
Do you know what he said? He said, dating.
I dare you to dare me.
I'm not worried about nothing. Not sorry, I'm late. Thanks for waiting. Nothing. Just grabbed my arm and said,
Go on, I dare you to dare me.
oh, it could be such a stupid bugger who was in that sort of mood, but I could tell by the look on his face and when he had that wicked stare on him.
Oh, she knew I meant business. I grabbed her wrist tight, her hand wriggled like a trap fish. I pulled her face close to mine.
What's the point, Danny? What good does it do?
Who's interested in doing good?
It's a stupid game.
Chicken.
Whatever you call it.
It's living.
It's stupid.
Life is stupid. Everything's stupid.
You want to think of the consequences.
There are none. That's the beauty of it.
No, then what if?
Listen, Lucy, the only thing you can say about your life is you're bored with this half time. You must be to hang around half an hour in this weather. Am I right?
I'm bored of serving fried chicken all day. There's more to life than that, yes?
Listen, Lucy. Yeah. The only thing, no, it's just imagine yourself in 50 years' time. The only, just imagine yourself 50 years. You'll be shuffling around an elephant legs using a Zimmer frame, and the only thing you'll have for a lifetime of judgery is a signed photograph of the area man handing you a bunch of flowers.
Stop it, shut up.
It's true enough, and you know it. You're stuck in a groove, and you'll stay in that groove till it becomes your grave. Have you ever lived like I did the other night when I jumped?
You could have been killed.
That's the whole idea, stupid. That's what makes it so special. I witnessed more excitement, more life in that one little moment you ever had in your entire life.
You're mad.
Mad am I? And you call serving up chicken in a basket for 10 hours a day, saying?
It's okay if something else turns up.
Nothing else will turn up. This is it. Look at it. But not for me, of course. I make my own excitement. So what happens?
I'm not going to stay here and...
Go on. Be a mate. Dare me.
You're crazy then. Suppose you're here. It's report for life.
Now you can help me.
Watch this car.
What?
Watch this car.
Watch this car.
Watch it now.
Watch it now, the speed.
No, Danny.
You either hit or miss at that speed. It's all or nothing. Go on, take a chance. See if I jump. You didn't dare me. You have a long wait to stand here till you do.
And I've had enough. You have to find another one to play your freaky games.
Well, go on then, clear off.
Oh wait, he's pathetic. Don't have an audience like the other night we did at Gate in town. Gave him a reputation, or so he thought he did. I knew he wouldn't do anything like that with me gone. Knowing to impress, you see. I shouted back as I was leaving. Just a pathetic little boy!
You take it easy now, you got a long life to get through.
I was so bloody annoyed. He'd do it to get me out of the way. Well, sod him, in spite of it all. I was curious. So I went back and hid in the doorway. I could see right down the road.
His body was thrown over 60 feet.
Well, took you long enough to get rid of her, Danny boy.
So I got rid of her. Unless the Danny boy,
What she called you?
she knows nothing.
Fair enough. Well then, Danny, what's it to be?
Chicken chips for you?
Listen, you stupid bastard, I don't think you understand.
Only two well.
No, I do. Free from hell. No good games.
Oh, I don't play games. I play for real.
You know, Dan.
Games are games, Danny, whatever you call it. This is not a game.
We'll play that.
Fact or fact check?
Fail. What else?
Let me go.
Understand.
Only two well.
The money then.
Double up instead of don't jump for the next kite comes along. Go on, bet me just for laugh. You've got nothing to lose. Well, next time.
Listen, Danny, I've come to collect. I can get up if I need it. But I won't need to do that now, will I?
Hell, first aid me if I time it me.
Just pay a period. Because if you don't, there'll be others who'll have to pay for it. In one way or another, if you get my drift. And we don't spread the suffering more, do we? You're in too deep.
What if I ain't got your money?
You better have.
I stood in the doorway and watched. Something was going on. I saw the other one come. Didn't recognise him, but he was somehow menacing. They stopped some time. She was talking by the roadside. So that's why Danny wanted me out of the way. They were talking and...
His body was thrown over 60 feet.
I saw them. I braked. No one could have done more because
The brakes screamed like shredded nerves.
two of them, and the one, you see, this is why I dare not tell the exact truth in court. The one actually pushed the other under the car, and that is God's honest truth. That image will be scarred on the back of my mind till the day I die.
Oh my God.
From that day on, a year ago tonight, all a bit with hope. I couldn't even mourn. He wasn't dead, you see, my brother. He's dead alive. A body with no mind in it. And what a broken, twisted, broken, ragdoll body. Corpse in the living that I reel about every single day. Fucking baby talk. So I lay my flowers here, remembering and kindling my hatred, because that's all I've been left with. That's all I have now. My hatred.
I walked to the gate with cousins that night. I saw Danny after, and I knew that he knew that I knew. Well, I saw him after. It's only a small town. It isn't Las Vegas, is it? That's I just saw all right. Come on,
Oh, is that me, Nick?
Yeah, his face is loads.
I should be in the middle, shouldn't I? Oh, she saw right, but wouldn't tell. She crosses over every time she sees me. Not that Andy does. People are always bumping into me, if you get my meaning. He's always being put straight by that hatchet-faced sister of his. Andy, well, he gives the world the same twisted smile. I sometimes give him a little wave, as you would, but there's nothing there.
I often wonder, just what goes on in his vegetable brain? Probably just a flicker of consciousness, a spark that keeps running to earth. Perhaps it's like that horrible kind of awakening when you want to move but can't but all the time. The mind frozen forever on one thought. One reaction on the one realisation. Horror, perpetual and inexpressible. And every day, if only I could have got my hands on him. Then, like my brother, would have wanted death every day.
Even the truth gone at me now. I left home, moved away out of the area. You take your past with you wherever you go. Mine's a living museum. Mine, Chamber of Horrors.
I did once go right up to him just to test him out. He was parked in a local precinct. I ran up behind him and said, "Not a saying no, not a dribble." That twisted leer didn't even blink. I looked at his eyes, they were dead. I was quite sad.
I saw nothing, but I remember that nothing to the day I died.
Well, no, give me a first lightning word. Anyway, what are you looking at that for? Pushers. They get over there deserved, don't they? How about that for a headline? Pusher gets pushed. Yes, and you think the same, don't you? Of course you do.